Okay, Sagittarius, thank you for joining. This is your July 2024 reading. As we move into Cancer season and out to Leo season, we're going to be, I'm sure, in our feelings or trying to not be in our feelings. What is in store for you, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius rising? Perhaps you are a Sag moon. That's got to be quite an experience being a Sag moon. I'm a Sag sun myself, which is also quite an experience. Fire! Okay. All right. Present moment. King of Cups. Really? As a Sagittarius? Oh, wait a minute. No, I get it. I get it. I see you, King of Cups. I see what you're saying to me. You are saying, in no uncertain words, gratitude. You are saying, lead with what you've got. Relationships, social, fluid connection. Lead with what you've got. If you have got what is this, shallot? No, that's an onion. What am I trying to say? If you have a giant golden cup, as the King of Cups does, take care of it. Respect it. Be grateful for it. Have an attitude of, I care about this and I treat it, I nurture it, I take care of it. The King of Cups, for right now, for this moment, as we are about to be in July 2024, so it's interesting. The thing about the kings is that they're not exactly dominant, but authoritative. Let's call the kings are by and large authoritative. They are leaders. They are representative of a kind of a leader energy. Yeah, yang. That's what I thought. Yin and yang. So King of Cups is interesting because it kind of combines the yin and the yang. The water sign, which is represented in the cups, is normally associated with yin, right? And so you have this feminine yin mixed in with the king, the yang, the assertive, the authoritative, the I got it, the I can handle it. Not just I can handle it, we can handle it. There is an entire ship behind this King of Cups. He is out here looking like Godzilla. He's so big compared to the ship. But there is a ship here. Can you see that tiny red ship? There is a ship here in the back of the King of Cups. So he is leading a whole charge. And he does it with empathy. He does it by being balanced. Where you are right now, believe it or not, you are balanced. You are sensing the yin and sensing the yang, and you are in touch and connected to both of those energies. Good on you. Good on us. I'm a Sagittarius, and this resonates with me personally. So let's where are we coming from? What kind of stuff are we either taking with us or leaving behind? That's past and future. Where are we going? Where are we headed? These are the questions I'm trying to find out. Okay, it fell. Queen of Pentacles. To tell you the truth, I feel like this is in the future. I feel like this is in the future. So what's in the past? Wow. That's, So, okay, gathering and using the power of friendship, the power of community. Gathering and actually actively working together, specializing, different people taking different roles for the sake of the same mission. And what is that mission? I don't know. Perhaps it is you. Perhaps this is your team, your support team. 3 of Pentacles. Maybe they are all working on your behalf. These are all your friends and family, your partner, your children, your coworkers, your whatever. These people are rooting for you. Strangers, your therapist. These people are rooting for you. They're working toward your development. That's where you're coming from. That's how you're able to take care of anything, be authoritative about anything, is your support system. There's also the very large possibility that you are all working on something even greater than you. There's also the possibility that you are all working together and collaborating on a greater purpose. Maybe this is your religious center. You are working together. Maybe you are working together for the purposes of combating the evils that are going on in the world. So many evils, Sagittarius, and maybe you are working with your people. You're gathering to use the pentacles, use that the material, the resources that are the pentacles, and figure out how do we use this to do some good. That's where you're coming from. A very problem-solving, collaborative energy, which is interesting to me, that the pentacles, which are normally a very kind of astute, capable, very action-oriented, not a very people-oriented card all the time, you know? And yet, here we are. How many people? 1, 2, 3. Three pentacles, 3 people. Unless that thing in the background is a person. I don't think so, though. I think it's a plant. So, whatever. Okay, you got 3 people here, which is relatively rare for tarot cards to have, 3 people. When it's 3 people, it's usually because it's a number 3 involved. It's interesting to me that the pentacles have people because people are more watery. People, right? People with faces are more likely when they are in tarot. People with faces mean that they are characters. They are not just extras, right? Because sometimes, like for example here, there's a ship. So theoretically, there are a ton of people in this card on that ship. However, they don't have faces. They are anonymous. They are extras. They are in the background. Here, they're not extras. They are front and the fuck center. And my point is, this is a collective in the suit of pentacles. And it's interesting that in the suit of cups, you have a king, and in the suit of pentacles, you have a gathering of people working together, perhaps even loving each other. Do you see how that's like, I'm going to put a little in here and a little in there and like have this kind of Sagittarius, you are so good at seeing your spirit, you're optimistic, and so you're able to, and you're honest, you're blunt, you can be very blunt. And so with that mixture of seeing what is there, but also seeing it in a positive light, you are able to kind of see the contradictions and the nuances and how kings aren't always, sometimes they're a little yang, a little yin and yang. And pentacles aren't always, sometimes they too are a little bit relationships as well as materials. Okay, I've blabbed on and on and on about these two cards. Queen of Pentacles is sitting here so patient, so nurturing. She's got this entire forest, this entire garden around her, mountains, beautiful blue mountains, and a wreath like going around her, and she's sitting in a huge chair, just basically a throne. It's beautiful. It's like carved with all this detailing, and she's wearing her crown. Queen of Pentacles. She's also wearing red. She's wearing red, and there is yellow in the background, and I'm forgetting the significance of these colors right now. I think red means passion. It's kind of a good guess. It's kind of an obvious guess. Perhaps I'm wrong, but and yellow I think means something about positivity or enlightenment, something like a light, right? Again, could be very wrong. These are mostly guesses. Perhaps I'm pulling from some old information in my brain, but these are mostly just guesses, and perhaps they are incorrect. I will have to look it up. I'll have to look it up and teach myself, enlighten myself as to these colors in the tarot and what they mean. Like, for example, blue. Does that have anything to do with loyalty, or am I making that up? Anyway, Queen of Pentacles, in your future. So you're coming from a place of collaboration, moving into a place of standing on business, standing on your business in terms of your relationships, your connection to others, to yourself. Okay? And then Queen of Pentacles. So here we come from Pentacles kind of full circle. That collaboration was worth something. That collaboration, you're now holding this pentacle in your hand because it's there. Like, you birthed this material. You made this resource. You gathered and worked on that and stood your ground, handled the ship. Sagittarius, July 2024, I feel like maybe, just maybe, like, you think you're going to be complaining and worrying, but you're not. About what? About what? About what? Okay. Chariot and the Knight of Wands in the present. Chariot and the Knight of Wands in the present. What does that mean? What the heck? What the heck does that mean? Well, I mean, here's a lot of driving forward, crazy change, crazy creative power here. I think to get to this place of nurturing and I think to get to this place of nurturing what works, what's there, what you have, to get to that place, the missing piece seems to be driving forward. And I mean driving. In this case, it's a horse. In this case, it's a chariot. But drive. Gallop. Fast. Or maybe not fast, but do it with conviction. Do it with passion. Do it with fire. As you are. As that's who you are. Sagittarius. Fire. Because you're not going to get to a place of having and being grateful for what you have and taking care of what you have if you don't have access to what you have, or if you don't have what you need to have. The King of Cups is supported by the autonomy and self-direction of the Chariot. The King of Cups is supported by the emboldened passion of the Knight of Wands to feel the fire. I mean, the Knight of Wands is associated with like sex. The Knight of Wands is associated with heat. It's, the teenager is, besides the Knight of Swords, there is no other adolescent the way there is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords are like the two ridiculously energized bros. And the Chariot is here to make sure that they get where they need to go safely. The Chariot is a more responsible driver than the Knight of Wands, but they are both important to the King of Cups. They both add something essential. And might I add, to this season, July 2024, Cancer, this is following a full moon in Capricorn. I think it's actually, I'm recording this on the 19th. Happy Juneteenth, everyone. And as it's June 19th right now, it's Juneteenth today as I'm recording. Tomorrow and the next day are going to be the full moon in Capricorn. Full moon in Capricorn is like earth, earthy earth. Pentacles. Earth in your feelings. Emotions that are embedded in your couch, in your bed, in your pillows, in your blankets, in your socks, in your towels. All this soft, comfy, sensual, snuggles. That's the full moon in Capricorn. Like the routines and habits that feel good and are healthy. That's Capricorn. Capricorn is responsible. And so that's the energy that you're coming from, Sagittarius. So keep this in mind. Like, you need to use this season to be fully yourself so that you can make the most of where you're coming from and what you've done and what your team has done. So that then you can be a Queen of Pentacles watching over the resources that you gave birth to. This has been a very dense reading with not a lot of cards. And I respect that, Sagittarius. I just find it very unusual. So I'm going to go with a fairly large deck here to clarify. Okay. We're going to clarify from the past to the present to the future. So clarifying the Three of Pentacles first. Okay. Three of Pentacles, Judgment. What was that collaboration for? What was that gathering for? I'll tell you one thing is for certain, is that it was partially either because that was the Judgment Day, was you guys doing that together, that process of accountability together, right? That process of accounting for what have I done wrong? What have I done right? What have we done wrong? How have we harmed? And how have we healed each other and ourselves? Renewal. This card, renewal, is very similar to the card judgment. Judgment Day is all about reflection and assessment and evaluation. How have you done? Accounting for those wrongs and those rights and making an assessment based on that. So that collaboration, that gathering where you're coming from was strategic. It was meant for something. It was kind of like the final step before finishing things. And what is finishing things? Well, of course, it's a new beginning. Finishing things in this case is standing your ground, except your ground is on water. And, the Chariot and the Knight of Wands, like driving that forward with yourself, your gut, your passion, your self-direction, your self-efficacy, your self-determination, your self-definition. Sagittarius. Woo! Papa Molly. Okay, let's talk about the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like that's where I'm supposed to go next. Let's clarify the Queen. The only Queen that we see here, she is holding it down. She is the only Queen. The Queen of Pentacles. She is practical. She is responsible. She is beautiful. Graceful. So graceful. So almost conservative, because she conserves. She knows how to conserve. Okay. Let's get a card here. Queen of Pentacles. Are you feeling a little bit shy? Are you feeling a little bit stubborn? That's a lie. It's too much. It's too much. What do we got here? What's at the top? Three of Spring. Another three. Three of Wands this time. Three of Spring. Oh. That's interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. Prince of Spring, so the Knight of Wands. He's just feeling it. He's just like antsy-pantsy and wants to go fucking everywhere. You know what he's like? He's like he's a little bit, well, everybody likes him, so he gets away with it, but he's a little bit like one of those inebriated men who just like recklessly pee everywhere. I don't know. Does that happen? Okay. Knight of Wands. Sagittarius, July of 2024 is clearly going to bring out this quality in you. Clearly. And it's in a time when Cancer is trying to cool you down. And you're like, no. Because I'm hot. I'm fire. I'm hot. I'm too hot for you, Cancer. Now you're cooling yourself down because you've got the King of Cups. You're cooling yourself down. And that is important. Knight of Wands here, Prince of Spring. It says charming, self-confident, passionate, restless. Immediate action. A challenge that you can successfully manage. A passionate relationship. Backed up by the Magician. So action, taking action. You can do anything is the energy we have here. Three of Spring. Plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. The Three of Spring is like the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands, I believe, is the only three that does not I believe it's the only 3 that does not have 3 people in it. Is that correct? Let's see. 3 of Wands expansion. Oh, no, that's not correct because of the swords. Wands and the swords, yeah, fire and air. That's interesting. Okay. The 3 of Wands here. I think that this is telling you that you're on the right track, Sagittarius, that this July 2024, if you can focus on yourself, I think you're on the right track. I think you're on the right track. Let's give it one more card. Oh, okay. So that's it? No, okay. King of Swords. King of Swords, Kings of Cups. Well, just as the King of Cups is balanced with his wise mind and his emotional self, the King of Swords is that with mentality, is that with intellectual wisdom, right? So wisdom. Yeah, I think this is important, and I think the fact that it's the swords is important because all of this good stuff is going to lead you to have perhaps even too much good stuff or a selection of good stuff, and you will need to figure out what you gotta cut. You will need to figure out what you need to cut because you will need to figure out what you need to prioritize. Notice that the Queen of Pentacles, while she has a whole ass garden, she's also, BT dubs, focused on one pentacle. I'm going to say that again. One pentacle. Uno. Solamente uno. Só Por favor. Observe. Okay? One. There is one pentacle. So she's focused. She's in one lane. She's focused on herself. 3 of Wands, on her expansion, on her power. Focus on yourself. Focus on building. Focus on your conviction. You got this. July of 2024. It's gonna kick some butt. Okay? Like, comment, subscribe. I thank you, Sagittarius. I thank you for being here with me and standing through, listening to the end. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us what resonated. Have a beautiful July and a great August and Leo season as well as a Cancer season. Thank you.